Welcome to Take 5 Nation. In this video we're talking 5 reasons for the US to have open borders. But before we get going, make sure to like and subscribe. It's who we are. There's a notion that in the 19th and early 20th centuries, Europeans immigrated to the US legally. But legally meant something very different to what it does now. At that time, the United States accepted practically everyone who showed up, with few restrictions other than the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act and a brief health examination. The foreign-born share of the population, 12.9%, is lower today than it was during the entire period from 1860 to 1920, according to data published by the Brookings Institution. Free labor. The North American Free Trade Agreement made it easier for business owners to invest in Mexico and for goods to flow freely across the US-Mexico border. But the millions of Mexicans put out of work by these changes weren't permitted to cross the border in search of jobs created here. So our actions have unfairly impacted on the families of our neighbours. Corporations have open borders, but when you think about workers' rights, family reunification, you have closed borders. Immigration improves the economy. From all the controversy surrounding the issue, you might think that immigration was an economic evil that the US is forced by circumstance to put up with. This is truly not the case. The consensus among economists is that immigration, both legal and illegal, is good for the economy. While competition that arises from immigration pushes wages down in some sectors, the net effect is positive. On top of this, surely by expanding the workforce, the US will reap the large benefits of having an increased range of skills, ideas, and innovative solutions. It makes humanitarian sense. Some 60,000 unaccompanied minors have crossed the US-Mexico border illegally in the past year, most of them seeking refuge from poverty and violence in their home countries. That's to say nothing of the thousands of Mexicans applying for asylum to escape the country's drug war, or the millions of others simply looking for work. Americans are proud of their country's history of harbouring Irish families fleeing famine in the late 19th century, as well as Jewish refugees from World War II. Why not refugees from Mexico and Central America? Punishing the wrong people. Much of the resentment against undocumented immigrants is rooted in the inaccurate belief that they damage the economy and the semi-accurate belief that they depress wages in some sectors. Many economists say the destruction of high-paying jobs in sectors like manufacturing has far more to do with globalization, the lowering of tariffs that protected US industries, and companies moving overseas. Low-skilled workers rightly angry about their sagging wages and lack of job opportunities have more of a bone to pick with business leaders and elected officials than they do with their fellow workers. If you've got an opinion about immigration, we'd love to hear from you in our comments section below. And don't forget to share and subscribe.